Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at some Great League battles in the Sinnoh Cup featuring Magnezone, Gastrodon, and Drifblim in the back. Okay, going into our first match, we're up against an Empoleon. Alright, in this match it's a bit tough because as you can see, the waterfalls are doing a lot of damage. Here we're going to try to bait with a mirror shot, and he doesn't take the bait. And now we're gonna have to shield up this hydro cannon, unfortunately. But we'll still try to bait again with another mirror shot. Because a wild charge will take him out right away. So he does shield this time, and we try to take him out, but he does make a nice swap into a Gastrodon. Right, so he does catch on the Gastrodon, but fortunately the Drifblim does wall the Gastrodon. As you can see, the icy wind does lower the attack, and right now we're gonna go for the full farm down and save up the energy for the next Pokemon. Okay, he does hit us with the earth power, but it doesn't do that much damage, especially if you do hit him with the icy wind first, which lowers their attack. Okay, here they're gonna hit us again. I think this should be a body slam. Here we go. Body slam does do very little damage. Unfortunately, he does get the attack off, and I do have to shield once again, but right now we're gonna hit him with the icy wind. This is actually not going to take him out, which is good because then you can farm a little bit more. Okay, moving on to the last Pokemon on my opponent's side. It's a Frostlass. Okay, this is a little dangerous, so we want to hit them with the icy wind, hoping they shield. They do shield, and now we're gonna hit them with the Shadow Ball, and that should be enough to take them out. And now we just have to go in and deal with the Gastrodon. Moving into our next match, it's going to be up against an Empoleon again. So we know how this goes, but this time he swaps out. Okay, now he swaps into a Frostlass, which is good. What you can do is you can try to hit the mirror shot, since mirror shot does do super effective damage. And here we're going to shield it just in case it's a Shadow Ball, but it's only an avalanche. And now we're gonna hit him with the wild charge. This should be enough to take him out if he doesn't shield, and he doesn't shield. Now the Empoleon comes back in, and we try to wild charge again. This will take him out if he doesn't shield, so he has to shield. Here you go, he does shield, and then we switch out into the Gastrodon. This hydro cannon won't take us out, so we're letting it in. And unfortunately, the last Pokemon is a Drifblim, which pretty much walls Gastrodon, as you saw earlier. But here is where having Water Pulse rather than Earth Power is actually helpful, because Water Pulse does do neutral damage. And we're going to try to whittle down the life. We're going to have enough for a Body Slam. And before he takes us out, we still have a shield. And we come back in with the Magnezone. He does attack right away, and I'm afraid it's a Shadow Ball, so I do shield. Unfortunately, it's an icy wind. So now he's gonna be able to hit us again, and it's going to be the Shadow Ball now, so it takes us out. We do get a chance to fast move down the Drifblim, and we do have enough energy for Shadow Ball to take out the Empoleon. Okay, moving on to the next battle. In this one, we do meet a Toxicroak, which we have to switch out because that thing's gonna kill us. And he switches to an Empoleon, which is great, which is not bad actually for our Gastrodon. We're gonna hit him with a Body Slam to bring him down. We're gonna now try to fast move him down. We're gonna just shield this Hydro Cannon, because I think if he took the Hydro Cannon, he'd have enough to be able to take us out with the fast move. So unfortunately, it's a Drifblim again. And here's where Water Pulse does help compared to Earth Power, because being neutral, it does do enough damage to bring him down to around half life or so. And we still have enough to be able to hit him with the Body Slam. He is loaded with energy, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to take a look at what we're gonna be doing here. We're gonna come back in with the Magnezone, and he does have energy, so he does do the attack, and he does a Shadow Ball, which hurts a lot, but it's not enough to kill us. But the Toxicroak, it almost takes us out, but fortunately the Toxicroak is walled by the Drifblim, and now we're gonna hit it with the Icy Wind to make sure that if this is a Sludge Bomb, that it won't kill us, but he hits us with a Dynamic Punch instead, and he quits out. Alright, good game to the opponent. Okay, moving on to the next game. Here we go. Okay, the next game. We're met with a Drifblim, which is a fantastic lead. Okay, he's going to swap into a Lucario, which is really bad. Does so much damage to the Magnezone. And we come in with the Gastrodon. He does shoot with the... He does hit us, try to hit us with the Shadow Ball. Usually they do go for the Shadow Ball and they don't power up punch. So it's best to shield the very first one. And again, in this kind of situation where you're stuck up against a Drifblim with the Gastrodon, that Water Pulse does help. And again, we're able to... Oh, it does swap out this time though. So we're gonna hit him with a Body Slam. And swap out into the Drifblim. Alright, this Hydro Cannon is gonna hurt, but it won't take us out. And hopefully he doesn't shield the Shadow Ball, and we can take this guy out. There we go, he does take it. It is enough to take him out. Fortunately, Drifblim is here and he will take us out with the Icy Wind. Now, fortunately, we still have the Magnezone, but he does have some energy, so we do shield, and it is the Shadow Ball. So you called it right, and we're just gonna fast move down for the win. Moving on to our next battle. Okay, Ghost Patterns. Okay, Frostlass. This is a positive lead because these mirror shots will hurt a lot. You know, and there's also a chance to drop their attack, which it did then. Here, if this is a Shadow Ball, it's going to take us out, but we do call it correctly and shield the Shadow Ball, and we're gonna hit them with another mirror shot. This will take them out if they don't shield. They do shield, okay, but oh, they catch the mirror shot, and it's gonna land on Drifblim. Okay, fortunately, it does lower their attack, which means we can go straight mirror shot right now. You know, he does shield the mirror shot, but we have enough to hit him with another mirror shot. You go, and his attack has been dropped quite a few times, so I decided not to shield. It is an Icy Wind, and we're gonna try to fast move down, but he does have enough for an attack, so we do shield up the Shadow Ball correctly, and the Empoleon is not going to like this Wild Charge. And here we go, here's the Wild Charge. Boom, it takes it out. And the Frostlass comes in, but the Gastrodon just takes it out, and the Drifblim just surrenders. Alright, moving on to the next battle. It's an Empoleon again. So we're familiar with this match at the moment. We're gonna try to bait once again with the mirror shot. The mirror shot, they do call it correctly, and we're gonna have to shield this Hydro Cannon. Go, and this time we're gonna try to bait once again. Let's see if they shield this time. They do shield this time, and their attack goes down, and they do switch to the Gastrodon. We deal some damage with our mirror shot, hoping to lower its attack a little bit. But pretty much the Drifblim will wall this Gastrodon, and we do hit them with the Icy Wind to lower their attack. And here we go, Earth Power once again. So Earth Power doesn't do much damage to us, and we should be able to farm down at this point. Okay, they can probably hit us with another Body Slam, but does nothing to Drifblim. And we're gonna come out of this match up loaded with energy. He swaps to Empoleon, and that was a great swap because he was able to draw the shield because the Hydro Cannon would take us out. We do Icy Wind. Right now, this should be enough to take them out unless they shield. They do not shield, but we get another some more energy. Go, and the last one is a Frostlass. Okay, this would be really bad for our backline. So we do bait with the Icy Wind, and this Shadow Ball should be taking it out. The Gastrodon comes back in, takes out our Magnezone, but our own Gastrodon is going to be able to take it out. Okay, moving on to the next match. Okay, up against a Drifblim, this is a great start, and he swaps into a Empoleon, so we bait once again with the mirror shot. We'll see. Oh, he takes the bait this time. Okay, and now we're gonna go for the Wild Charge. This should take him out unless he shields. Usually they don't double shield, but we'll see. Yeah, they don't double shield, which takes it out. Gastrodon comes in and farms down the Magnezone, unfortunately. But we do have that Drifblim, and they decide to surrender. Okay, Drifblim does wall Gastrodon pretty bad, so that's why I prefer to use Water Pulse rather than Earth Power, because otherwise when you're up against Drifblim, your Gastrodon has no chance unless you do use the Water Pulse. Okay, moving on to the next battle. Here we go. We're up against a Toxicroak. We have to swap out really quick. We swap into the Drifblim, and they get a Drapion. So we do hit them with the Icy Wind, lowers their attack, but these crunches would hurt, so I decided to shield it. And see if I can hit them with another Icy Wind before they can crunch again, but they do have the second crunch. I do decide to double shield and see if I can Icy Wind. They do let the Icy Wind through, and now we're down 2 shields, which is not good. Now it's gonna be a Drifblim versus Drifblim match, and we have no shield, so I do try to Icy Wind here. And they do shield as you'd expect, and I think this is the Shadow Ball, and I think this is taking us out. Yes, it is the Shadow Ball. We do bring back the Magnezone. Toxicroak comes back in, and we are able to counter with our Gastrodon. Now our Gastrodon should be able to take out this Toxicroak, but we're gonna have to deal with the Drifblim in the mid. And they do have one shield, so this doesn't look very good. So here we go, the Drifblim is in, and they're going to go for the farm down. We do go for the water pulse, and this is why water pulse is preferred. And they do icy wind us down. They do have 2 attacks, so this is probably the shadow ball, but I don't think it's enough, and we're going to be able to barely fast move down. Thank you once again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.